Mill Valley 1955, huh? Apparently Isys has been getting into the PA cards. But we've got the 2CW Grand Prix Tournament champion, Isys Ephex, fresh off a second straight win over Tommaso Ciampa, getting set to take on the return of the high-flying legend, Cold Scorpio. And I gotta tell you folks, this is a match I've been looking forward to since it was announced. Again, Isys Ephex getting ready to take on the high flyer extraordinaire, Cold Scorpio.
And his opponent, weighing 310 pounds,
Look at those dance moves. And you get a close-up look at the high-flying legend, Cold Scorpio, making his return to 2CW for the first time in some time. And what a tremendous encounter this should be. Isys Ephex, very educated feet. He can certainly plow the best of them, but Cold Scorpio, well, he's been doing it for some time. A long-time high-flying veteran, and doesn't look like he's lost a step whatsoever. Joe Strawberry, your referee for this match. Again, this should be an absolute classic. Buckle your seatbelts in, fans, here on 2CW DVD for Isys Ephex and Cold Scorpio. Looks like we may have a dance-off here. Isys has certainly been known to cut a rug. And they're hearing the fans calling for it. They would like to see a dance-off. Now, Scorpio does not have the puffy boots that Isys Ephex has. Isys does have those puffy boots. I think those give him an advantage a little bit. Oh, dear Lord. And here we go. The dance-off is on. Scorpio starting out with a little bit of a robot here. And look at Cold Scorpio go. Well, I think that's the first time I've seen the jump rope. And I think we'll give the win of the dance competition to Cold Scorpio. They'll certainly give Isys Ephex a couple of points for being original and creative. And we'll get set to lock it up here. First ever meeting that we know of between Isys Ephex and Cold Scorpio. And you're seeing it right here on 2CW DVD at Beadledom, Begets, Bedlam. And we've got dueling chants here in Oswego. looks like we're finally ready to lock it up, and here we go. Collar and elbow tie-up. Scorpio, multiple-time champion. He's won belts just about wherever he's gone. We've seen him here in 2CW several times before, all against Slick Wagner Brown. Some tremendous early matches in 2CW that are available on 2CW DVD by going to the merchandise store. Some great matches in the early days of 2CW. Scorpio against Slick Wagner Brown. SWB thankfully not here tonight after some reprehensible actions at Rome is Burning. And Isys finishes that off with a pelvic thrust. All fun and games aside, you've got a veteran of the Ring Wars, Cold Scorpio, 20-plus years as a professional wrestler. One time he held both the ECW Television Championship and Tag Team Championship, and that was at the same time. Of course, Isys Ephex, 2CW's Grand Prix Tournament Champion. He's been in the ring with just about everybody here in 2CW. A couple of roll-throughs by Isys. Now he gets the arm wringer. Scorpio forward roll. Now headstand flip, and Scorpio reverses the arm wringer. Do-si-do there by Isys, now into the hammer lock. Scorpio reaching back, trying to find a way out of it. Standing switch. All Scorpio can't quite get clear of the hammer lock. Scorpio trying to turtle out of it almost there. Still couldn't get it. Reaching around, trying to find somewhere. Oh, that'll break it. Knee to the stomach. Well, we go from wrestling quickly to some punches here. Scorpio saying, you know what, let's both regroup here. Scorpio might have got his bell rung a little bit there, trying to shake some cobwebs out. Scorpio's wrestled extensively here across North America, in Japan as well. Former tag team champion, Pro Wrestling Noah, singles champion of Pro Wrestling Noah as well, the British Commonwealth Championship, I believe. And a kick to the midsection by Scorpio. And a kick right to the chest of Isys. Both these individuals educated feet. And a big chop from Cold Scorpio. Leapfrog, Scorpio dives down. Catches Isys coming in. Back kick right to the chest. And a knee lift to the midsection. Spinning back heel roundhouse, Isys to the outside. Again, Scorpio looking very crisp here against Isys Ephex. Here comes Scorpio. Well, he puts on the brakes in the last second. Isys, though, knew very well what was coming right there. Now here comes Scorpio. Isys back in. And some more dancing from Isys. Well, both these individuals having some fun here. Again, it's Cold Scorpio against Isys Ephex from Beadledom, Begets, Bedlam. Scorpio back in, and Isys baseball slide to the outside. And Cold looks a little frustrated here with Isys Ephex. Trying to play some mind games with the veteran. Isys, well, he's been in the ring. You talk about who he's been in the ring with here in 2CW, facing Homicide. He's also been in the ring with Chris Sabin. That was a match for the TNA Cruiserweight title. That's also available on 2CW DVD. I believe that was a Green with Envy. Out comes Scorpio, in goes Isys. And Scorpio gets caught with a shoulder block right in the midsection. Now an uppercut. And Scorpio goes down hard. We're in an ice rink here. The ice has not been laid down. You've got concrete floor. New York State Athletic Commission mandated mats on the outside. There's not a lot of give in them. Again, this match is spilled to the outside. Scorpio, though, took that big tumble a moment ago as Isys caught him with a big European uppercut. And Scorpio sternum first into the guardrail, and Isys follows up with a front kick right to the chest. And Isys now showing off some martial arts kicks. Here to 2 Cold Scorpio. Isys, the very educated feet. Of course, you have to watch out for the abominable snow crab. That's the finish of the native of Quebec, Isys Ephex. 2 wins for him now over Tommaso Ciampa. And the loss to Punisher Van Slyke, almost a distant memory. Flying cross body. Well, 2.5, Joe Strawberry right down there with a count. Now Isys locks on the armbar, trying to ground 2 Cold Scorpio. Scorpio made his debut back in the 1980s. Again, wrestled extensively for just about every promotion that you could think of all over the planet. Extensively in Japan, that's where he got his first big start, before he made a name for himself in the States. Arm drag takeover, Isys hangs on and rolls right through and arm drags Scorpio. So a nice counter to the counter there from Isys Ephex, the Grand Prix champion. Won a one-night tournament, defeating Hurricane John Walters in the finals on May the 1st, 2010, and the American Legion in Binghamton. And again, dueling chants from the fans here at Oswego at Beadledom, Begets, Bedlam inside Chris Foley ice rink. Isys really wrenching on that arm, jumping knee strike from Scorpio. Big jumping kick from Scorpio there takes Isys down. Back suplex, almost a throw right there. And Isys sent crashing down hard to the mat. No titles on the line here whatsoever, just bragging rights between these two. Both want to get the win. Somersault leg drop, vintage Scorpio. And a kick out by Isys Ephex. And Scorpio now saying he wants to fly. The veteran now built out of Celebration, Florida. And again, Scorpio's been all over the place here. Certainly show that he is kept definitely in great shape. And a big leg drop from 2 Cold Scorpio. Of course, Scorpio famous for dropping the bomb in the tumbleweed. And 2 Cold on the second rope, waiting on Isys to get up. Leaping knee strike from the second rope. Not fancy, but effective from 2 Cold Scorpio. Joe Strawberry again the official for this match, and Isys very slow to get up. Good back and forth match here. Both men have had their chances. Scorpio now a fireman's carry. And he flips him into a slam. Scorpio now stalking to the turnbuckles. He might be getting ready to fly here. And here goes 2 Cold to the outside. Big leg drop from 2 Cold Scorpio. That might be all for Isys. And Isys Ephex kicks out at 2.5. Thought that might be it. Scorpio, the big leg drop here from up in the rafters at Chris Foley ice rink. Isys all of a sudden's got a second win. Scorpio laughing at the forearm shivers. Forearm, back elbow, now an uppercut. That staggered Scorpio. Successive front kicks to the chest by Isys. Looks like he's taken an exception to some of the showboating from Scorpio. And a headbutt from the Grand Prix champion here in 2CW, Isys Ephex. Irish whip, Scorpio splash misses. And a front kick nearly in the teeth. And a European uppercut. Isys showing off a little bit of a vicious side here. We don't see him a lot with that striking up top with the uppercuts and the punches. Certainly the kicks. Now Isys sitting Scorpio on the top rope. Isys climbing the rings here. No water in the pool though on the top rope. Frankensteiner. Scorpio saying he's going to fly. He doesn't see Isys. Isys with a couple of chops trying to set Scorpio up. He's precariously on the top. Inverted Frankensteiner from the top. Oh my goodness, Cold Scorpio kicks out. The inverted Frankensteiner, the back of Scorpio's head crashed into the canvas. His head went right up into his shoulders right there and compacted. And I thought Isys might have had the match won there. Scorpio might be out of it, though. It could only be a matter of time here for Isys. He could just have to lock on the indomitable snow crab. Scorpio roundhouse misses. Spin kick to the back of the head doesn't from Isys Ephex. German suplex, Isys with a bridge. And Scorpio kicks out at 2.5. And Isys is livid. He is really giving it his all here. What a win this would be for Isys Ephex. Scorpio is out, not moving. Isys might just need one more big move for the submission here, the snow crab. Scorpio almost lying prostrate right here. If Isys trying to pick him up, it would probably be dead weight. Bottom rope springboard into a splash. Springboard corkscrew leg drop. And that'll get Isys 2.5. This has been a tremendous match. Scorpio still some gas left in the tank though. That said, he's probably still feeling the effects of the top rope inverted Frankensteiner from Isys. Elbow strike to the top of the head from Isys in a second. Just a vicious side of Isys Ephex that we do not see a lot. Headbutt to the top of the head. Scorpio tells Isys what he thinks of him. And Scorpio getting a second wind here. Scorpio telling Isys to bring those shots. 4 knee strikes in a row. What a kick from Scorpio, the leaping enziguri. Isys is down, Scorpio to the top. Moonsault splash, and that'll do it. Scorpio over-rotated on the moonsault and came down with almost a senton. And he squashes Isys Ephex in the middle of the ring like a bug. And Cold Scorpio gets the Duke tonight here at Beadledom, Begets, Bedlam in Oswego. And Scorpio about to the fans here in Oswego. What a match we just witnessed between Isys Ephex and Cold Scorpio, almost an instant classic. Isys certainly gave all he had and went the extra mile. Wait a second, what's going on here? Hang on, this one might not be done just yet. Don't fast forward. Sportsmanship being shown by Cold Scorpio. And wait just a moment, Jack Trade's going back to the ring. What's Jack Trade's got? Bottle of champagne. We saw Isys crack one of those open at Rome is burning. And Scorpio's got it. Scorpio, I think, knows what he's doing here. Looks like he's opened a bottle of champagne before, and sure enough, And well, that's one way to celebrate post-match after a tremendous battle. These two competitors celebrating a tremendous match, and the fans with a standing ovation. And again, you have it, 2 Cold Scorpio defeats Isys Ephex, and 2 Cold Scorpio, the one dancing his way to the back here in Oswego.
People have to buy.